What is going on? It's Ethan and Sawyer here, and in this video, I want to really quickly walk you through what our system looks like, how our system actually works in the real world, and what it's like to work with HB marketing. So we're going to get right into this. We're going to make this as fast and as simple as possible. So be sure to watch this all the way through. It's going to give you a lot of context on how we work and how we can actually get results for you. So let's go into what happens when ad campaigns actually fail, right? Ad campaigns fail most of the time before the ad even runs. Right? You're running guesswork messaging. You're pushing the wrong offers. You have no qualification process in here. You don't have a follow-up system. There's bad ad structure. You don't have your campaigns set up the right way. You don't have enough creatives for Meta to test, and you have no nurture system involved. But this is what a predictable ad system looks like at a high level. Every single part matters. I kind of like to look at it like a chain, right? Weak links in the chain will leak money, right? So we start off with market truth. We go into ads. We have a qualification process. We do follow-up, and we make sure we're tracking and optimizing throughout the whole chain. If one of these links isn't working and one of these links aren't in the chain breaks. So that is what a good predictable ad system looks like at a high level. So what is the first thing we do when you come in and work with us? And how do we actually get the data to create a good ad campaign? So we don't guess, we literally just reverse engineer demand. So we deeply dive into your current local market and what your competitors are already doing. What ads are they running that are actually converting? What are some messaging gaps that nobody's owning, right? What are people not mentioning in their ads and in their marketing? What are some customer reviews, right? We obviously go deep into your business. What is your business portraying itself as in the market right now? And what is the buyer awareness level? We're pulling the messaging from the market, not just our opinions, right? Because at the end of the day, the market is going to tell us everything we need to know about setting up a profitable ad campaign structure. This is literally the most important part in the process to actually generate a profitable ad campaign. Because if you don't know what the market is doing, you don't know what to do. You're just guessing, right? And we don't guess. That is the biggest thing we don't do when we're working and building predictable ad campaigns is guess. And then we go into ad creation and structure. And the thing is ads don't fail, poor structure does. So really all we need from you is just some job site photos and videos, before and afters, maybe some walkthrough clips, reviews and proof. Obviously, we can get a lot of this off your website. And then the biggest thing here is that you don't have to film. Right? You don't have to read a script. You don't have to do any filming days because a lot of this is generated with AI and B-roll content. And the content looks extremely realistic. Like no one's going to see in their head and be like, oh my God, this is AI. I don't want to work with this business. These work before they work for us. And the best part here is as an owner operator, as a business owner, you don't have to film. Right? If you're not good on camera, you don't have to worry about that. That's the beauty of this system. Now, how our creatives are built, we use AI voiceovers that are clear, natural, and authoritative. Right? And AI characters in certain situations when appropriate. Obviously, we test a lot of different styles. We use proof-based B-roll that's kind of layered over the top of the video with quick cuts showcasing your crew working. And obviously, this is partially generated by AI as well and also other industry videos. And then we make sure this is all education framed first. We want to explain the problem and the solution to that problem and get them to click, right? These ads literally just explain the problem and then the solution before they click and giving them a reason to click onto your funnel and get into the next step. So the core concept here is we like to test a lot of variations. Now, this is where a lot of ad campaigns go wrong. With the creative, you're not testing a bunch of different angles to know what works, right? So we like to test different hooks, different CTAs, different openings, different proof angles, right? Different meets and different styles in general to cater to different audience types that you could see in your area and in your region. So how are the ads structured? So we run one ad set and we test multiple creatives inside that single ad set. This is catered to the new Meta algorithm update. We normally do about 10 to 15 creatives, obviously each with different angles, different hooks, different proof points. And your budget is basically set at an industry standard. Most of our clients, we start at about $30 a day, sometimes more, sometimes less. And then obviously what we do is we're doing this to figure out what the clear signal is. Meta is going to spend on the ads that actually generate the results, and it'll normally be about 3, right? And the winning creatives that we find are scaled and the losers are cut, okay? Because the algorithm is going to be learning faster because the creative is doing a lot of heavy lifting, right? You don't touch the ads manager. You don't even have to worry about it. We build, we connect it, and we optimize everything for you. And I'll show you here as well what good ads look like and what bad ones look like. Bad ones, image ads. They don't give enough education to the client and they just click to the next step. If you have a good funnel here, they could work, but you would need to have some sort of education on the next step. And we don't really run these for any of our clients. They are really easy to create at scale, but these do not give you high quality leads that you're looking for. What do are video ads, right? Video ads with AI avatars and B-roll over the top of it. B-roll in general, right? And having AI voiceovers. Here's some examples here, right? With different angles and different styles to them. This is how ads stop being random and start becoming predictable. And also, I forgot to mention, we can create AI characters of you as the business owner as well, right? So AI is so good nowadays where no one can tell it's AI. So we make the creative process super easy for you no matter what, right? So this is a really simple process. We use AI characters that are literally humans in a lot of people's eyes, and we make it super simple so you don't have to worry about recording anything yourself. Step 3 is your funnel and lead qualification, right? We want to have every click go somewhere that's intentional. So leads are routed through a simple friction light funnel, but it obviously has enough friction to weed out tire kickers, right? We either want to run a Facebook lead form or use a short qualification page based on what converts best in your market. And this filters out tire kickers before they ever hit your phone. The biggest thing that I hate is having tire kickers opt into your funnel when you're getting bombarded by 70% of the leads that are tire kickers. And we experienced that when we first started out. So this is a really important part in the step. Our whole goal is to have only real high intent driven prospects reach you. And this results into you talking to fewer people, but closing more jobs. So a little example of what this would look like. You have your ad, you have a simple form, they get qualified and turned into a qualified lead. They get sent into your CRM, they're immediately messaged, and then you will get a notification that a new lead has entered your pipeline. Step 4 is our follow-up and nurture system. Speed to lead and consistency wins. Okay, so they're gonna get an instant text and an email when the lead comes in. And this can kind of look something like this. They'll get a message. If they don't respond, we'll follow up until they do respond. And then you will get notified right away, right? And then you kind of take over the process from there in terms of selling. And let's say you quote them and they don't respond. We can have a follow-up sequence generated automatically on your behalf for that. And then let's say they ghosted. We also have a follow-up sequence built for people who ghost. And then also if they have any objections or they need more education, we build out nurture sequences as well. This is a very important part to squeeze every single dollar you can out of your pipeline. And then we have education and reminders built into this sequence to make sure no leads are falling through the cracks. And prospects are warmed up before you ever talk to them. And this kind of ties into the ad creative itself as well, right? The ad is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. And then also the back end selling system with this nurture and follow-up system. This takes a lot of time off your hands so you don't have to be chasing leads all day. And this is the biggest thing that I want you to understand is most contractors are losing money here. This is why their ad systems are not profitable. And this is where we don't. This is the system that we set up and that we cater to. And this is, I would say, our unique mechanism in this situation. We make sure that your nurture and your follow-up and your back-end selling systems are optimized for the highest conversion possible on all these leads you're paying for. And then step 5 is tracking and optimization. We make sure everything is tracked and we're not guessing through the whole process, right? Once the ads are live, the system is monitored and optimized continuously so your performance compounds instead of delays, okay? So we track cost per lead, lead quality, booking rate, speed to contact, and jobs booked when we can get that data. And if it doesn't make you or save you money, we don't track it. And then we optimize by killing losing creatives fast. We scale winning ads intelligently, and we rotate new creatives to prevent fatigue when that situation does come up. And then obviously adjust your budget based on real performance, and we can obviously scale up as we go. So this means you don't have to set and forget it ads. You're not wasting spend guessing what works, and there's no black box reporting here. You always know what's working, what's not, and what's being improved next. And the goal here isn't just leads, it's a predictable system that gets better every single week. We don't want this system to just randomly break. That's why we're tracking everything. And then we also have some extras to make you more money and save you more time. Because once leads are coming in consistently, right, we layer in profit optimizing systems that most contractors never even think to set up. And these don't replace the ad system, they just maximize every dollar you're already spending. So the first thing we give you is an AI receptionist to never miss another call. So it basically answers inbound calls instantly if you can't. So if you're on the job and you get a phone call and you can't pick up the phone, the AI is going to pick it up for you instead of it going to voicemail. It'll capture leads details, intent automatically. Maybe it's a current customer that needs some help. It'll be able to capture that. Maybe it's a new lead that's inquiring about a service. It'll be able to capture that. And it'll send you a text recap after the call, and it'll allow you to follow up with context, not guesswork. Missed calls are missed money, and this removes that leak in your business. So for example, the phone's ringing, you don't pick it up, the AI will answer, and then it'll text a summary to you. This is what a lot of agencies charge thousands of dollars for. This is included if you do decide to work with us for free. And then we build out a review automation system to protect your reputation while growing it. So what happens here is we automatically request reviews after jobs, and it'll filter unhappy customers before they have a chance to post a review publicly. For example, if a customer clicks a button that's more than 4 stars, it'll lead them to the Google business profile. If it's 3 stars or less, it'll go into a private feedback form so you can get that information before they post it onto your review page publicly so you can keep your reviews super high. And at the end of the day, this is going to lead to a better SEO search over time and a cleaner reputation in general. So it'll look something like this. A job's complete. You mark that as a job that's been completed. It'll send the review request. And if they don't leave a review, or if they don't go through this form or they don't click it, it'll keep following up with them continuously, not super spammy, but continuously until they either say, hey, I didn't have a good experience, or they give you a review on your business page. So these are just some extra money-making systems that we install into your business when you work with us. So what happens if you decide to work with us? At this point, you've already seen how this system works. And now we want to show you exactly what it's like to actually work with us step by step. So what we're going to need from you up front, we keep this really simple for you. We don't want to overwhelm you at all. What we're going to need is just access to your Facebook ad account, your business page, and then just basic info. You'll fill out a quick little onboarding form giving us some information of your business, and then just some proof assets, job photos, videos, before and afters. You don't need to learn how to do ads. You don't need to build funnels. You don't need to write the copy. You don't even need to be in the ads, okay? All you need to do is fill out an onboarding form and provide key business information for us. Then the first thing we're going to do is an onboarding and system setup call, right? Once you decide to move forward, we book a short onboarding call. It's about 30 minutes to an hour to connect your ad account, right? So we can get access to that, connect your Facebook page, set up your Go High Level CRM. This is the CRM system that we use. If you already are using a CRM, we can easily integrate this into your current CRM, but this is the tech stack that we have to use. So the lead will essentially go into our Go High Level CRM first that you have access to via your phone, and you can obviously manage things on there. And then from there, if you wanted to route to your current CRM, we can set up an automation to do that. And then we assign a dedicated phone number and email. So the phone number will match your area code in your local area. And then we'll just attach the email system you may already have in your business so that we can still send nurture and follow-up sequences through here. And then we'll confirm your targeting and your service areas, and then set up our communication platform. We use Slack. And then we'll also go over timelines and expectations. And then from here, right after that onboarding call, we build everything out for you. We go heads down, we build everything out for you. We deeply research your market and your competitors. We create the ads and finalize them. We structure the ad sets and the messaging, and then we build the qualification flow. Like I said, the funnel, set up the follow-up, set up the automations, and then we test the entire system end to end. And then we set up your extra systems, the AI receptionist and the reviews. So we set this all up. It takes about 3 to 7 days. So we go heads down. We really work super hard on getting everything built out for you. And then we do the launch call. So once everything is built, we schedule a launch call. So this is where we'll walk you through the system live, show you how the leads come in, explain the notifications and the follow-up process with it, make sure you're all good on your end when it comes to the app and comes to like using the system. And then we confirm the ad spend, and then we go live. And we get any additional info we may need from you to continue the process. And then we communicate ongoingly, and we stay in close communication. We're not some agency that just ghosts you after we launch your ads. We communicate in Slack primarily. We do a lot of quick updates on there, performance check-ins, and we do adjustments when needed. You can also book calls directly in your Slack, which we'll show you how to do on the onboarding call. So your job is really simple. All you need to do is answer calls and texts, show up to appointments, close jobs, and deliver a great service. We are focusing primarily on getting you opportunities in as efficient and consistent of a way as possible. So that's it. No long contracts, no guessing, no bloated agency nonsense, just a predictable system built to get you jobs consistently. So if you already have a call booked, we're looking forward to talking with you and learning more about your business. If for some reason you haven't booked a call yet and this system makes sense for where you're at, it's the first link in the description of this video where you can book one. And that call is just a working conversation to see if we're a good fit on both sides. Either way, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and we'll talk to you soon.